Sitting on the couch with nothing better to do. Let's go watch Bike Vids, Bike Vids, Bike Vids. 'Cause nothing beats a rainy afternoon when you got Bike Vids, Bike Vids, Bike Vids. Subscribe and like this. Greggy Bike 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 Vids just for you.
Hello, folks. This is great. I have so many thoughts on this year's cyclocross season, and it's been different in a lot of ways, which is why I think I'm using this time to announce that there will be a maybe Bike Vids live debrief of the season. But either way, I'm here outside of Livermore at the VSRTCX, the final race of the BASP series, at Los Mochos. You know, it's a great place. You could see it's beautiful. They allow camping. It's just solitude. Isn't that what we all need? So yeah, I pre-rode the course, a couple laps, and just excited to end the season, not because I'm done with cross, but just, you know, it's always kind of a milestone, and see how I did in the BASP series, and just enjoying a little bit of solo camping here. Okay, we'll get into the stuff you tuned in for, right? The hard-hitting race footage.
Anything. Keep that conscience clean.
I kind of would have not liked to have looked and seen a couple days before the race that Carl and I are fighting it out for third place. I think there's 1 point difference, meaning for us to make it into the top 3, beating one another is what makes that difference on today's race.
For our lazy army.
As well, this is a little bit of a redemption story because VSRTCX here at Ranchos Los Mochos was my first race as an A-level Masters racer last year, and I was nervous as heck. And things didn't really go actually that awesome at all. They kind of went pretty bad. Get it? Classic Greg starting basically nearly last. Seems to be a thing that I do and isn't necessarily bothering me. I wouldn't say that I'm going for it 110% in these situations. I just don't really see the payoff for going that hard at the start. For the level, I guess, that I'm kind of racing at. When I was racing in Bs, the tier below, I would like to get at the front of the race as soon as possible when I was winning Bs, just to like get people out of my way in case they crash or whatever. But, and this is not being down on myself, I just, you know, the idea that I'm gonna do a sprint at the start and then be leading the race for some kind of long quantity of time, it's not really like in this point like in kind of my goals or something that's realistic. But what I do want to do is use my strengths and the course, and so VSRTCX traditionally starts with this big climb, and it's a rough one on every lap. It's like really takes a lot out of you, not necessarily the legs, but the lungs. And so I know that I'm gonna do okay on this, and I'll be able to pass a couple people on, on that climb. I don't know if you saw William in front of me ride over this log that everyone was hopping off on. It was definitely a challenge in terms of bike handling. Also, he's pretty tall. His bottom bracket might be higher than mine. I did try riding over it the next lap, and it didn't go well. Back to what I was saying. I guess what I'm saying is, if I'm going to go fully into the red zone, I want to make sure it's on a part of the course that's going to provide some value in terms of me gaining a position that is more that I could lock down. But you can see when we'll probably watch most of this lap, this is a really fun course. It's really pretty out in the hills here of Livermore. Coming up here was a kind of a controversial part. There were 3 ways to go here, straight, left, and right. You can see William went left, and I came out ahead of him, and he was quite a bit in front of me. So someone, I don't know, I'm sticking with straight was the fastest. I think most agree. But, besides tire talk, that was kind of the talk of the town. This part is new this year. It's a kind of like single tracky downhill, which is super fun. Previously, you would kind of take more of a fire road down. And so this just definitely adds some more fun, some more bike handling. It's interesting, that part of the course, which has been pretty consistent, and some of these parts, there's a fair amount of bunny hopping opportunities in this in this course, which we're coming around but almost to the end of the lap. So this is a pretty fast, short track gravel, as they say. But to those bunny hops, when I raced this last year in my first A race, I was still less than a year out of my shoulder, my AC joint injury. And so pulling up basically hard on, the handlebars was still something that didn't feel good, that almost was kind of scary, because part of the injury is the idea of the tendons that kind of hold your arm in the socket are damaged. So doing motions like that was still a challenge, and this year it felt really good to kind of be, back to kind of as full strength as possible. Something I'm realizing as we're coming around on lap 1 and we're starting the kind of snake up the side of this hill, and all of this is climbing on all that climbing at the start of the lap, is I realize I'm in 4th place, and I'm realizing at this moment I am on the wheels of these people, so I'm feeling really good. My kind of goal of making it to the top 3 in the series overall, I'm feeling pretty good at, because I know that at this point Carl is behind me, but I also know Ben, who, as you've heard, I really think a strength of his is the comeback. I may be ahead of Ben at the start of the race, and the next thing you know, it's like, whoa, where did he come from? So I'm feeling pretty good. That said, you can also see them pulling away. This is not what I'd call on the wheel of anyone. I would call this getting dropped. Without getting into the results, which we will eventually, I will say this is basically the story of the day. Trying to stick in that top 3 or 4 person group, getting dropped, trying to fight to catch up, etc., etc. You could see that these are dream conditions, and this is the exact opposite that this race has been famous for in the last several years. I think the catchphrase that the promoters used is the dusty hellscape. Is just, it's so dry and so slippery and rocky, and all of my scar tissue, like permanent stuff on my knees, has been from falls at this particular venue. So as you know, also kind of my goals have been trusting the bike a little bit more to in corners and my tires, and slowing down less, basically. So today is perfect for letting the bike do its thing. I don't know if we talked about this on lap 1, but when it comes around to the start-finish line, there's also this little climb, so any type of kind of sprint finish starts as soon as you cross over those kind of like logs or whatever down there at the bottom of this little climb. And then we start the lap all over again. I didn't notice, maybe you did, how many laps to go. I feel like we did a lot of laps, like maybe like 7 or 8. But yeah, it looks like Randy is in front, Peter, William, and me. And I could see, especially when we're kind of doing these zigzaggy parts, Ben is not that far behind at this point. I do think kind of Carl is a little bit the ways back. So it's also, this is a very small day of racing, not a lot of riders. This race was rescheduled, which is too bad, because again, conditions wise, this is like just very fun. It makes the course honestly a lot funner when you know that your chances of crashing go way down. So I think it's safe to say this, can you hear those chimes? I'm in the Bike VIDS studio. It's kind of a wind storm in Santa Cruz right now. I think it's safe to say that climb, yeah, it's a strength of mine in comparison to some, but like these guys seem to be gapping me at that part. And so let's see if Peter does it again. No, he gets off. But my point being is that there must be then some kind of part of the track that I'm doing faster, right? And that's that's what I kind of want to figure out, is like what are those parts that I'm doing, that I'm actually could put time on these guys. I kind of feel like this is one of them, and also kind of the final descent into the finish. If there was a way for me to be in front of someone in the final descent into the finish, I feel like those are kind of my fast part.
It's getting harder. It's getting harder, yeah, to get sober and get over it. Not any smarter or any wiser of a man, but it's not like I haven't tried to get by.
I'm not remembering this part until like now seeing this footage of where you could see up there like Peter has just dropped us all, and he must have been flying through that part. One, good job. Two, for some reason it was my joke, like whenever I would be like riding close, I would be like yelling things like my mission in life is to beat Peter Nyberg, and I was for some reason like, I don't know, teasing or just getting excited about yelling that and making it known that I want to beat Peter. Probably because I never have beaten Peter, and the best races that I think I've done this year, like the Santa Cruz races, I was kind of really kind of gauging myself at like trying to be able to hold his wheel, and for how long, or like being consistent there. But yeah, so yeah, good job. What I did not get on film on this little descent before the climb, bumpy, is I think Randy drops a chain and then we all pass him. So at that point, it's like first, second, third. I'm in third place. But now this footage might be from that lap or later. But again, you could see like whatever I'm holding on to, I might be in third place, but clearly some no man's land has developed and I've been dropped from Peter and William. Here is some, I don't know again if it's lapped traffic at this point or lower age division, but what I want to say is I'm not going to give up, because I know that some parts I am fast at. I feel like I can catch up in some parts, regardless of how or when or why this gap has opened up.
We surely got to make it.
I don't know if you remember last race, we dashed into each other on the last lap. I'm sorry about that.
We've got to make it if we try.
I think this is a nice view to see, so me trying to kind of fight back. This is what it looks like when you're trying to fight back. It's pretty defeating. You can't see anyone in front of you. Are you doing the right thing? Or are you doing the wrong thing? So I'm gonna just keep on trying here at Bike Vids. Never give up, kids. Never give up.
Yeah, buddy.
So in my mind at the time, this was kind of a key decision. I've been doing coconut water in my water bottle, and I want to say this is this is the tell of whether I catch up or not with the group. But I'm like, I need to drink. I need to drink some coconut water. This coconut water is what is going to give me what I need. So at this point in the race, I don't know if there's 2 laps left or 3 laps left. And so, again, a lot of maybe the riders you are seeing are not people I'm racing against at the moment, but dang it, gotta get that coconut water in me. There we go. Get it in there. Yeah. Because here at Bike VIDS, I'm all about the hits, the views. How many views are on this vid when you're watching it? I mean, tell your friends, like, subscribe. Let's make Bike VIDS. Let's share it with the people. But what I'm trying to say is, I've cut out a lot of footage of just me. This is kind of enlightening and watching it. Like how long I was really just riding alone. Stoked because I know I'm in 3rd place, which is my best race of the season, but just riding alone. But alas, what is that white helmet we see in the center of the screen? Yes, it's Peter. I'm catching back on. Again, I think maybe at this point 2 laps left. So hard work paying off here, and I'm stoked. So friends, it is on. I'm in eyesight. I'm a couple 10-20 yards behind, and I've caught up to 2nd place. So this is kind of right here is, though, an important part of how this story ends. Notice that the cowbells are ringing. There is 1 lap to go, and let's see if I could. I'm fueling up. You can see I'm fueling up on that coconut water, and my goal, as mentioned, is to try to catch Peter and beat him.
Hello world. Hello world. You're a beautiful world, such a beautiful world. Hello world. Hello world. Hello world. Hello world. Hello world. It's a beautiful day. Let's run away. Hello world. But I can't find the meaning of it all. Hallelujah, it's a new way to die. Hallelujah, it's the newest way to die. Hello world, hello world. Sitting on the couch with nothing better to do. Let's go watch Bike Vids, Bike Vids, Bike Vids. 'Cause nothing beats a rainy afternoon. When you got Bike Vids, Bike Vids, Bike Vids. Subscribe and like this. Greggy Bike Bike Vids just for you.
Did you think there was one more, Peter?
Yeah,
Did you think there was one more?
you're filming the wrong time. Very so, William.
Good job.
Let's wrap this up. Yes, I got second place this day. I ended up getting third overall in the BASP series. I'm very pleased. I would love to do maybe a live bike vids where maybe we talk more about the ins and outs of the season, what I learned, etc. I've said jokingly before, if I know your name, you will make it into an episode of Bike Vids. Peter, William, Carl, Leonard, Nate, Bob. I mean, these are the Randy met this year. So, yes, this is competition. It's hard work, but for me, it's also just fun and a really chance to meet a lot of really great people. So I hope you're doing well, out riding your bikes, having fun. Thanks for watching this episode of Bike Vids. Peace.